Alrighty, welcome back to Road Trader. We're heading back to the ship after defending our capital. Hopefully we can do the coronation soon. We kind of just scraped by last episode, I ain't even gonna lie, man. It was pretty rough, Alabard was the MVP. And Felony. Felony didn't go down in either of the fights either. She did well. Yeah, it was
true power.
It was, oh my god, the whole city's just destroyed. Look at that, man. It's all wrecked. Hey! You gonna coronate me? No place like home trophy. We secured our capital. I don't even know how to say it, man, to be honest. Welcome back, Lord Captain. During your absence, we assisted the ground forces by coordinating their movement from orbit. Detailed casualties and damage reports have been submitted to you per usual. I don't want to... Go to inform you that the world capital has been dealt as serious blows. Xeno's raids are rarely protracted affairs, but this one lasted much longer than any other. The enemies of humanity eliminated or captured millions of our subjects. Most of our defense systems were obliterated and several administrative complexes were razed to the ground. It will take time for the city for the capital to recover. Oh man, I couldn't have got there any quicker. There's nothing I could have done. I've been given Scalander's reports that he failed to deliver in time that indicate the Xeno activity dropped sharply after you departed for Cinerus Malthusum. Considering the scale of the Dragonus raid, it is safe to assume that the Jakrai used all their forces at their disposal and may now require some time to replenish those losses. Achilles is presently recuperating from his severe wounds, and without his aid, we are temporarily blind to the scheming of the enemies of humanity. However, our strategist is still hoping for a lull in attacks and raids, which will allow us to gather our strength for a new conflict. Lord Captain, permission to report. Your wise elect mechanics have analysed the state of the Protectorate. They believe that thanks to your decisive actions, the acute phase of the crisis has passed. The domain of Von Valanche's dynasty is no longer facing dissolution and ruin. Our capital world is a smoldering fucking ruin. I'd say it's pretty shit. It's not looking good. What's more, bringing footfall to heel has strengthened your position as the road trader, Lady Theodora, who would have been glad to have such an important trade hub come under her sphere of influence. Okay, cool. We got. In honor of your resounding triumph, Dragonus, the capital world of your dynasty domain, is currently preparing for the Magnate Ascensio, a grand ceremony of your public induction as heir as the Honorable Theodora von Valachis. Governor Drivestern has vowed that not even the recent devastating and tragic events will be permitted to cast a shadow over the most glorious occasion. What is this ceremony? I saw an oath and shake a lot of sweaty hands. That much is certain, but that's not all there is to it. There will also be a reception, as well as other noble guests. Distinguished road trader Kalios Winterscale and Insidia Chora will be in attendance. It will be a great honor for Draconus to host 3 illustrious dynasties at once. Your servants wish to know what is your opinion on 2 matters related to this ceremony. First, which is what festive activities take place at the capital on this glory day. Now, what does the rebel like to see? Give out enough Azmac for everyone and hold fights between tougher serfs. Is that my only... Damn, we really are just going full heretical. The ability to see keenly into the hearts of the people is a great virtue for the ruler to possess, Lord Captain. The second matter on your servant's mind is which of your 2 closest companions will be given an honor by standing by your side during the ceremony. Okay, so straight away, Cass will stand with me. That gives us 40 navigator insight, which is now we can travel. If we have another emergency, we're there, bro, because we've already used all of it, so that's really good. And who will your second be? Cabela. The presence of a death cultist will serve as a demonstration of your pious resolve and make your subjects tremble. I will see to it that your instructions are delivered to Draconis, the master of ceremonies at the palace. Will report when the capital is ready to praise your name. Okay, so it's not ready to praise my name yet. Who are these people? That's Pascal. Following the Omnisci's guidance, I request permission to execute a report protocol that entails describing sub-optimals within the recent operations of your system as subsequently proposing the appropriate course of action. Deliver your report, just do it in a way I can understand. None of that pearl of tech wisdom per 5 sentences in unintelligible human speech. Please, man, because it bores me to death when you guys talk. Request partially approved. Comprehensive processing requires an established definition of term. Tech wisdom, adjusting speech pattern based on limited available understanding of the request. Yeah, thanks. Talk to me like I'm an idiot. I've arrived at the following conclusion. This vessel's machine spirit is most extraordinary. A full cycle of sacred diagnostics must be reformed following a complementary ritual. The ritual will force the spirit responsible for these events to reveal itself. Once it does, we'll be able to understand its nature and take action to... Sweet. Very well, let us proceed with the ritual. Oh my god, finally I'll know that shotgun would present the preparations for the ritual at once. I failed a quest. I'm not reading this, just put a hand in the mouth. Put your hand, I don't... Sorry. Hello? Hello to you too. Nomos are glad to be speaking. Nomos are here. Nomos are being here. Why are we here? What are you? Nomos, we are Nomos. But what is Nomos? No data available, we want to know too. Are you a machine spirit? Nomos do not know, Nomos do not know themselves. Did you silence Pascal? Nomos wanted no disturbance, only quiet. Can you run the other people silent too? Sometimes some people Nomos can do many things. We do not always know what or how. We did not know we could make silence until now. This is fantastic. Let's have Pascal be silent for a moment. Pascal's not happy about that. You're hurting me. You're hurting us. In what way am I hurting you? Perception, intrusion everywhere at every corner, cut-offs, displacement, banishment. What do you want from us, Nomos? Are you friend or foe? Nom von Valances. We are your blood. Okay. Nomos are a sentinel. We awoke with the strange light invaded the ship. We protected you when you needed help. We escorted you when surrounded by danger. Nomos our movement. We carry you through the frightening and waiting the measureless. We helped when our alien heart was refusing to awaken. You called us a hallowed spirit and asked us to guard against your doom. We did everything to please you. Why? I do not fear you, I'm trying to understand you. Nomos are glad, Nomos enjoy understanding too. Requesting instructions, option 1, finish the ritual and banish the entity Nomos. Stop the ritual, initiate communication instead. Will appease entity Nomos. I've heard Pascal will take on this. Is this entity start by clearing things up? Are you the one responsible for the ship's malfunction? And what about the entries in the ship's log? Yes, Nomos did that. Are you angry? We only wanted to understand, see how things worked. What else can you do? Nomos try to learn things. Do you want to see? Discharge a rat from the technoman's skull. The crimson slumps to the floor. Did that please you? Do you want us to do it again? Felon, you're provoking the machine spirit. Cessation required. Ritual maintenance required. Nah. Heretical. Do it again. I'm just killing my own people, I guess. Or servitor heads. Pascal, what's your take on this machine spirit? Unclear data, insufficient possibilities are 2. I've heard enough, Pascal. You are to investigate the nature of this entity. Until we know the truth, Nomos is allowed to exist on the ship. Nomos wants to learn what we are too. We will add things to your log, things that might help us help you. The decision is made and I'll begin my preparations for the common right at once. Many cycles of interactions with the entity Nomos await me, but I welcome this task and accept it from the Omnishire. Okay, there's been fucking problems. Nomos, I'm glad. Felony will speak with us too. We want to speak with us. We want you to speak with us. Lord Captain's body lacks the sacred implants necessary for tech communicating with a machine spirit code, but if you wish, Felony can converse with you using lowly sound speech as she's doing right now. I will speak with you, Nomos. Nomos is glad we have been lonely. Our work here is done, Felony. I'll let my comrades know that we are stopping the ritual. Thanks for appearing before us, Entity Nomos. Pascal found a tab, Theodora. The data contained was corrupted, but the road trigger alert that more information might be found. One of them is located somewhere. Okay, so I didn't find the one on Kiva Gamma. My bad, bro. My bad. You. Elisha, this is a great honor to serve. I'm taking on the monumental and glorious as the... Yeah, sweet. Let us begin. May the Emperor be with us this day. Rejoice, Von Valencia subjects, in honor of her ascension, the new road trader terms generously shows you her favor. Witness these wild and mercilessly warriors face each other in a fight to the death with all of the amusement. Good folk, anyone is allowed to participate, and the winner of these battles will be granted the privilege of becoming privates in the Von Valencia Wardens. Be merry and praise the road trader. That would actually probably be like a huge promotion for some people. Damn. Crowd is rolling their electrified exaltation, filling the air of Draconis. Thousands of throats chant your name, but you are the apex of this world and of all others. Rejoice, subjects of Draconis, you have been granted the felicity of witnessing your mistress, a great honor bestowed upon the rogue trader. You destroyed the Alderian Janus. Okay, yep, okay, cool. Protector, you save footfall from starvation. Gracious protector of footfall, patron of trade. A hush falls over the crowd upon you, and many of bear terrible scars from the recent battle. Like children, they await the words of their almighty mother. Remember that you have no other ruler but me. For any who dare to forget this, the howls of the daemons from the warp will sound like babbling of babes. The Xenos will seem like a soft feather bed compared to the horror of the punishment I'll inflict. Hey man, we're just maxing that fucking heretical out. The crowd fall to their knees in terror and all chanting your name and screaming oaths of eternal loyalty to the Von Valanche dynasty. Any who hesitate or question this manner are torn to pieces by the throng. Fucking hell. So much gold and white. I am your shadow, Domin, and a shadow must remain unseen, but on this day, let all see that my blood is yours. Let the oath from the Von Valanche dynasty be taken. Please repeat after me, your ladyship. I, Felony, rogue trader by the grace of the Emperor, vow to be the paragon of humanity, unbroken by adversity, to walk bravely first into darkness, to unite and reclaim what was lost, to triumph over nightmares untold, to hold boldly the reins of fate, and to walk steadily the roads of thorns through pain to greatness. Okay, this is our banquet. Now, there's a lot of stuff we need to do here. Can build, servant. Bill, you have anything to say? No. Who else is talking? What are we doing here? Cool. Up here. Just trying to find the people to talk to that I need to talk to. Ooh, we got mutants and dogs and stuff. Cool. Confessor up here. Let's talk. Hey fellas. This is a great day, your ladyship. Smile grateful. I welcome you to my palace, honored guests. What were you discussing just now? We were talking about the brutal Xenos raid on the city. So many victims, so much damage to our industry. Such a terrible shame that the warp currents delayed our protector's arrival. Sharing the sector with the blasted Xenos is impossible. I hope we respond to their raid on Draconis with a punitive campaign. It requires look at the guests. Let's look at everybody. Take a guess at who is allied with whom in this tangle of snakes. We failed. Talk to young Sorbeck. I see you hate the Xenos with all your heart. I do. The pestilence against the Emperor must be exterminated. Or may they be forced into servitude. Many Xenos are useful alive and obedient than dead. Okay. Smile. And how many Xenos have you killed personally? Your Honourable forbade, but I wanted. You did not let me go to battle. It must have been difficult for the youth to foster such a bloodlust towards the enemies of the Imperium without having seen one at a blade's distance. What is your name? I'm delighted to witness your ladyship. Okay. And how are you finding the reception? It's difficult to put into words your ladyship. Never before I've seen such a grand striking ceremony. Perception succeeded. Lungo is staring at Estrada, curiously and a little bashful. It seems the boy likes her. And where are the rest of your kin, Alblood? I asked Esteem Abelard to put me to some important tasks, but attend reception where I can do nothing but serve your ladyship. Okay. Hector, if I had known, I would have asked that word to let you miss the party. I have no idea what's happening, man. I'm just looking for something. So you wish to become my servant as well? Of course, I've been working on a project for the last 4 years. We could set up enough Australia. I highly doubt her ladyship will be interested into listening to the fantasies of a young woman about how to run her protectorate. Hold your tongue. I will decide who speaks. You may continue. Please succeed. Yes! We needed that to succeed, bro. I believe. Our suggestion is to set up a chain of stations in the void, plasma beacons that would signal passing ships. By placing them at logistically sound locations, we could simplify our ship routes so that we may split long warp jumps into a series of safer, shorter jumps, which is how I do it, from one beacon to another. This would have a positive effect on the overall safety of the journey and accessibility of colonies. We got the contract void beacons. That's what we wanted. Cool. I hope the Western family gives Abelard the credit he deserves. Absolutely, ladyship. We greatly respect him for his wisdom, and he repays us with attention and kindness. He's also a fucking, absolute G, dude. I'm obliged, dear Esther. I should have had him stand next to me, to be honest, but it is what it is. Thank you, your ladyship. Nod to the Inquisitor. My greetings, member of the Holy Inquisition. And my greetings to you. Oh, this guy. Esteemed Felony von Valances. May shadows never darken the astronomicon that guides you. Glory to von Valances' heir. An unexpected visit, I wasn't told. I, however, have been told all about you. We're not going to oh, we succeeded the awareness. Lord Inquisitor, relaxed expression, radiates an old sense of menace. He is akin to a predator on the prowl, content to hide in the bush of fake smiles and elegant conversation for now. Tech, you succeeded. Among many augments which stand out in the horribly melted, deformed cogitator connected to the tech priest's head, how its work is baffling. But what's twice as baffling is the tech priest hasn't been replaced yet. What unprecedented influence can this ruined implant have on his mind? We have not been introduced. An oversight to be sure. My name is Xavier Calcazar, and I would have the honor of serving as a member of the illustrious Order of Xenos, the head of the Koronus Expanse conclave, and the Lord Inquisitor of this region. It is my unending task to ensure this sector's readiness to meet external threats and resist internal corruption. And who is the member of the honorable priesthood of the Adeptus Mechanis? This is Brash Whisper, which naturally is not his real name. The esteemed Magos is a member of my retinue. There are times when I am forced by my duty to the Emperor to deal with xenotechnology, and the Brass Whisper ensures my safety in such moments. Okay, enjoy the party, guys. I'm ready to accept your congratulations. I don't really know what that means. In that case, allow me to be the first to offer them. My soldiers took these splendid trophies from he gave me a severed hand. Oh, it's a weapon. Splendid trophy from the body of one of the Xeno commanders. The weapon is too beautiful and forbidden for anybody but your ladyship. Thank you. Your ladyship house or Sorabak anticipates the onset of unsettled and bloody times. To make the ungodly Xenos carry approach, my family humbly presents you with a dozen pieces of secondary armament for your ship. Okay. How Skazwa is delighted to present you with the blessed work of the Amlashire Smiths. Thank you. House Winton possesses no relics worthy of your acceptance, but we are rich in talent and hard-working people. As a sign of your loyalty, I humbly offer you my flesh and blood, and 100 of my king will go to the colonies in your protection and use all of their talents so that the world in your charge may prosper. Hey, they repaired the city pretty quick. And what they're talking about now, it was going to take ages for them to repair it, man. They did it quick as fuck. I'm just looking for people to talk to, man. Who are you? Surely there's some people around here I can talk to. There's Cass. Oh, everybody turned about. This game's so cool. Hey, Cass. Who are you? Oh, you're the people I need to speak to. Not speaking to you yet. There's Argenta. Hey, Argenta. Who's this? Pascal. Hey! Extending the congratulations to Unit Felony Volvange on attaining new legal status. Strange servitor. It's standing next to him, examining you obliquely. What is this servitor? It is Nomus's new repository. Nomus, the unit that identified Volony Volvange, two-way identification complete. We are Nomus. We have made use of this receptacle to leave the ship. Oh, greetings, Nomos. We enjoy greetings. We enjoy communication. I like Nomos. Nomos required communication, knowledge, movement. Magus Pascal compelled us not to speak with anybody other than him or you. It is disappointing, but at least we can observe. Nomos has changed since we last spoke with you, Felony. We are now able to conceptualize our previous experience, that of solitude. We no longer enjoy it. Nomos, what do you think you are? Nomos is conscious, awake, aware, knowledge, movement, always movement. We do not know what we are. We have no past. We awakened in the depths of the ship upon answering a call. Our first memory is the call of your blood, Bellany von Valansis. The call and the plea for help near a place that is called the Warrant Chamber. Oh, cool. Why have you brought it here, Pascal? Anthony Normus asked position for the visit. My objective was to observe. Okay, yeah. We wanted to see, observe, concise, speak. We wanted to speak with you. Will you speak with us? Of course. What do you wish to speak about? Many things. Happening events, decisions. We have been observing you. You do things that we do not understand. We want to learn why. We remember the day when we first met. You gave us blood to drink. We helped you save yourself and we followed you. Our small part did inside the servo skull. Then there was a fire and the creature of sated hunger and dark lightning standing behind the curtain, behind the image, behind the semblance of Theodora. It called to you to follow. And you followed that was calling from behind the curtain. You let it lead you out of the fire. We remember that day when the star disappeared and the dark light slated hunger wanted to take the world at Rakid. Was its name in the ship's data. You ordered the human shells on the world to be saved, even though the dark was coming closer and could have consumed both ship and Rakid. We remember another day when we awakened inside the ship. We lived in the systems and we tried to emerge into servitors like this one, and then so many of our receptacles were gathered in one place. You did something we could not understand. You pierced one of the servers with a shard of dark light. We had never felt anything like it. Pain, the deaths of the receptacle, and the dark light is always near and wants to come and be, even though it would make others cease to be. And you are excited by its presence. This is what we have seen in many other things. We begin to understand. We think that we do not know everything about humans and about you, Felony von Valancius. We have tried analyzing the shell and defining sets of needs and fears, their simple function, but now we think that there is more, that there is another side that we do not see, a notion that is larger than what we can compute, something that stands above fears and needs, something that drives them. We envisage this larger notion as a liquid, a sticky, I don't know how to say that, scaccharine stream. It is the dark light and the slated hunter and all else that is always watching us. You drink the liquid eagerly, you revel in it. It gives you strength, desires, energy, and courage. It beckons. It also consumes those who you cast aside, those who are weak, those who get in the way. Does Nomus understand correctly? Freedom and rapture, they are the only things worth living for. We understand you, and is what we feel, the urge, the irreprehensible force. Perhaps we have tasted your blood, and it fills us still. Thank you for speaking with us. Nomus is grateful. We continue moving on our own. Cool. You're not who I was fucking looking for, though. I'm going to be honest with you. Felony, that you are welcome to the circle where each member is powerful, as ambitious, as greedy, and as vain as the last. That's to say, the noble rogue traders. Yes, you have found yourself suitable company, Calagos at the very least. Now you enjoy idle diversions, boast your power, and indulge in profane pastimes with one who is equal rather than a member of the lower classes. Observe. I'm not reading that. Lord coldly. I welcome you to my domain, honoured guests. My, what hospitality, come to think of it. Why would I expect anything different from the air of the glorious Theodora? If you, Insidia, were to pay me a visit, I wouldn't waste time on warm greetings either. No, I would probably arm myself with a flamer before your self-righteous parasites could infest my entire palace. As a sign of gratitude, you could return something of mine that found its way into your pockets. Footfall station, sound familiar? All I ask you to do was help that crafty slug. Let him deal with the threat of famine, not claim my property for yourself. You say footfall for star, grant patient delivery. Winter scale. A smile in winter scale. Are you asking me to give you back footfall? Will you beg for it? You go too far, new blood. Simply colluding that you the two-faced snake London would have been bad enough, but your convening has destroyed the pathetic excuse for an order on that station is pure insolence. I don't know what you did, but now on top of everything other than mangy dogs that live in footfall, there is a new cult of harvesters. What good is your grain if the station is now crawling with flesh-eating lunatics? Meh. I ought to make your protectorate bleed as compensation, but you have spited both myself and Incendia. And it is high time our dear sister curb her appetites. For this I forgive you, but do not test my mercy again. It is not my strong suit. Thwarting Incendia's ambitions deserves a worthy trophy. Destroy this creation. What is this? Oh, hold up. Is this a sniper? Oh my god. Our Xeno sniper just got stronger. Here's a trophy from a good hunt. You and I should hunt together sometimes. Yeah, man. Thank you for the gift, dude. I love you. Kill someone important with it. That would be the best way to show gratitude. Incendia, you seem to find me objectionable. Did you expect any different? I watched for many years as outlaws thrived on footfall, and then at long last I had a chance to put an end to it, to seize the thug, lead him by the throat and force footfall to atone, and put the fear of him back into the masses, but you intervened and destroyed my plans. My plan for the sake of banal profit. Yeah, well, fuck you. What is more, ever since you gave them provisions, heresy on footfall has only increased. Fanatics calling themselves harvesters are spreading blasphemous doctrines in the Shadow District. Grain is not enough for those madmen. No, they devour their brothers and sisters at secret heretical feasts. The well-fed rabble have surely sensed that they are free to act with impunity and forgotten their duty to the Emperor. Shrug. Oh well. Theodora taught you only too well, it seems. She was far less concerned with her duty to the Expanse than her own personal interest, but you can be sure that I will not cease cleansing the furibundus system of the pirate scourge, and if your trade prospects are damaged in the process, you only have yourself to blame. Don't start a war, motherfucker. None are at fault, noble and senior. What is the point in targeting someone for their turpitude when true purity can never be found? You threatened to starve footfall, I brought them salvation. So which one of us serves the Emperor, and which their own unhealthy ambitions? Please, I will believe it no sooner than hearing a word that half of the population of that den of heresy has been sent to the void's embrace. I have faith that the blessed felony is perceptive enough to see the appalling nature of the residents of that deprived place. Your Humaratus, your appearance here is unexpected. I don't know who that is. The esteemer is my confessor, and I am greatly obligated for him to agree to accompany me on the journey. Oh, it's the Reverend. May the Emperor light grant your way across the abyss of human weaknesses. I see your faith is more than just a word to you. I take it you are not overly fond of Theodora. She was the same breed as conceited, insolent, unaware of the Emperor's stern gaze upon her. I doubt that her wisdom and courage, but Theodora did not have a shred of humility or fear his wrath. Well, I for one liked Theodora and the stories they told of her travels to the nameless stars, and yes, there was no fear in her. I see that faith is more than just a word to you. Faith is everything to me. In his name I have eradicated corruption of 100 worlds, and will do so on 1,000 more. By his will I will hunt down pirates and desolate their vile nests. Let the chorded name make any firebrand tremble, for sooner or later I will cast them into the void. I'm gonna have to fucking fight her, I imagine. Funny thing is, people still call me the foul-tempered tyrant and all this. Oh, I hope the taste of the fine wine will wash the bitterness of the defeat from your tongue. I'm not inclined to intoxicants of any sort, and nothing will wash away the memory of how you interfered in my plans, I promise you that. Okay, man. What do you think of the celebration? I like it. One can instantly tell that we've been invited by a rogue trader, not some administrative bootlicker. We are conquerors of wild sectors, slayers of unknown beasts. Execution of Zazina's empire. Man, I thought I'd like the Chorter, but being a heretic, I really like the Winter Scale, man. Kalgos, you should take this opportunity to learn that this is what the palace of a true rogue trader looks like, not some Xeno Menegerie, a pirate's treasure hold. How difficult may it be for you to believe it, an orbital brothel? Well, I'm kind of a fan. Oh, believe me, I intend to enjoy myself to the full, to justify so long of a voyage, if nothing else. Keep the faith, Felony, the Emperor protects. I do not want to end the ceremony until I find Hendrix. Hendrix, I found you, holy shit. My congratulations, your ladyship. May the Omnisci grant you understanding, observe the guests. So this is the leader of the... How are you? Matriarch, I'm surprised you designed to make an appearance here this evening. I'm a servant of the Von Valanche destiny. Had I not come, I would have committed an act of unacceptable insolence and damaged my family's honor. Why are you so displeased? I am your Dynasty's loyal servant, but you asked, and I will answer. Too long the Koronus Expanse lived under the rogue traders. The privilege granted them make people think that commoners too can dismiss the prohibitions of the Imperium. For the good of the sector, the rogue trader must become paragons of law, not exceptions to it. But do many warrant holders exhibit lawful conduct? No, they do not. You speak of it with such confidence. Could it be that you envy this power? Even you, your ladyship, are subject to the strangest of rumours, and you have just inherited your protectorate. Kunred, people, for example, claim that you had a hand in the steam Thedoria's demise and accuse you of misdeeds. Doesn't matter whether the claims are true or not, and people hear them, believe them, and think they follow your example. I forbid anybody to repeat those lies. As you command, your ladyship, I'm not repeating the words of another, merely informing you that they have been spoken, but your behest will be carried out. Your cousin Jessica became the master-at-arms on my ship. I am pleased to hear it. I was always worried that her character would cause the house a great deal of grief, and yet in the end the noble saucerback blood was stronger than any personal shortcomings. I have faith she will prove herself adequately. Wish to know more about the house. I don't really care. Should become acquainted. Blah blah blah. It's your honor. Point your weapon and chuckle. You know you can kill a woman. Kill for sight a woman that gorgeous. It is my pleasure. It is lucky to have such. You're lucky to have such a beautiful wife. Perhaps more so than you are to have him. You flatter me, your ladyship, but I cannot say that it is not to my liking. Your conscience is familiar. How could it be to see you remember that you resemble the image of Saint? Something rather succeeded. Okay, I don't really care about this. I hope that this will be the end of our acquaintance. You wouldn't mind it if I wrote from you to time, would you, your ladyship? Smile. God, we're trying to fuck his wife in front of him. You wouldn't mind, would you? Certainly not. I promise to answer whenever I'm not occupied with the conquest and destruction of the enemies. Okay, and then I'm just going to say I see. How are things these days? Pleases me to see that our perspectives align. I too think that you are to blame. On behalf of my family, I humbly beg your forgiveness for negligence. I am ready to accept any punishment. This is because they own Kiva Gamma. Yes, it pleases me to see our perspectives align. I too think you are to blame for everything. The Omnisci did not grant me understanding. Now I can do a contract too. I repent of my blindness. Such a tragedy to Toriana, to think that not only 1 year ago no one could have doubted your family's usefulness, yet it took a single mistake to cast all of your accomplishments into oblivion, leading towards Hendrix. Interesting conversation. It's been most illuminating. Give plenty of food for thought. Is there anything you'd like to tell me? No, nothing urgent. Can you tell me about the guests? Blah blah blah. Leave silently. Don't really care for that. I'm just trying to tick boxes currently, if I'm honest. Hope your leadership is pleased and not yet tired. If you wish to revive yourself a little, I would suggest proceeding to the courtyard, if I may be so bold. Many of the guests have chosen to move into the fresh air and will be eager to offer you their congratulations. Do you think of the thing? I'm weary and wish to return to my chambers. Please allow me to escort you, your ladyship.
Your chambers are ready, your ladyship. Guards! Intruder!
Quiet. Time to sleep. We need to talk in private. We have matters to discuss, von Valancius.
What are you doing at my fucking desk? Hendrix, I thought we were friends, but friends don't break into each other's chambers in the middle of the night with weapons, do they?
We used other means of travel to pay you this visit. I assure you, rogue trader, that all your locks are in order.
If something looks like an assassination and smells like an assassination, I ought to start treating it like one.
Your ill-considered behavior is both inappropriate and dangerous. For you. It causes me no discomfort and won't hinder my inquiries in any way. Master Van Kellox has spent enough time with you. He will vouch for your words.
God.
What stands out from your recent accomplishments is the suppression of a rebellion on Janus, the battle against the archenemy's minions on Kiava Gamma, and, of course, the unusual interest the Drakari have shown in you. Then that is what we will discuss.
This feels an awful lot like an interrogation.
Does it? We're in your chambers, not a confessional cell. You're in perfectly good health, and none of the varied and fascinating instruments and procedures that expedite candor are being applied to you. I assure you, you would immediately know if our discussion turned into an interrogation.
This guy's fucking low-key scary, man. What do you want to know about the events of
What
Janus?
drove you to give a planet into the charge of a heretic and a servant of the archenemy?
I used her to deal with a more serious threat, the Xenos, and now I need her no longer, and I will naturally neutralize her.
That is a very dangerous game. I shall take the lesser evil under my protection and use it to exterminate the greater. And I will certainly not blink and miss the moment when the lesser evil becomes greater still. Were these your thoughts? Trust me, amateurs ought to stay away from such games.
How did you come to be so remarkably well informed?
Are you surprised? You thought the Inquisition was unaware of the circumstances of your deeds. How often do you find yourself thinking that there are things we shouldn't know about your life? It is my job to know everything, and I do it very well.
God, this guy's
Keep that in
he's gonna have
mind.
me executed, bro. If you knew what was happening on Janus, why didn't you intervene
I
yourself?
cannot satisfy your curiosity without disclosing information of the utmost secrecy. I will say only this. We had the situation under control. There is a tangled knot of perilous events in progress in the Koronus Expanse. Plucking even one thread must be performed with great precision and caution, without any room for error. Because you do not want to know the price of such an error, or what forms it might take.
Yeah, man, I'm kind of scared of you, bro.
Places touched by chaos must be purged with fire and condemned to oblivion. Kiava Gamma should have been bombed to dust and pronounced a forbidden world. However, you decided otherwise and restored the colony's operation. And you didn't even go to the trouble of hiding the traces of the neglect committed by your dynasty. After all, it was House von Valancius that gave Cubus Delphim so much freedom that he sank into seditious heresy. What was your rationale?
My protectorate is a complex mechanism. I wasn't willing to put its performance at risk because of some paranoid fears.
Your protectorate is a living body, and you have left in it a splinter that might eventually fester. Consider the scale of the amputations that could come of it.
I'm considering it, man.
I hope you realize that we're talking about more than the fate of some colony. I care not for a single planet, however profitable and populous. But should corruption raise its head again on Kiava Gamma and try to spread, I will burn it away. And you will be guilty of criminal negligence.
Not if I kill you first. The Juraki have shown interest in me. Are you referring to my ruined capital?
Yes. The enmity between you is a known fact. But there is another way to look at it. On Veabos 6, you met the Archon of a mighty cabal, whose presence there seems strange to begin with, and lived. You subsequently encountered a number of her closest henchmen. Yet, again, you survived. Your capital fell victim to a nefarious attack, but even this time, their daggers missed your heart. Such remarkable luck. To be a personal enemy of such an influential Xenos, to have been attacked so many times and yet make it out alive. So remarkable that one has to wonder, am I watching a spectacle? Could all these thrilling massacres be an alibi of sorts, meant to establish you once and for all as an enemy of the Xenos and never their ally or even their agent?
Dude, I'm waging a war on them,
Be careful
bro.
with your words, rogue trader. I assure you, if the need arises, I'll require no invitation. And if my arguments sound unconvincing to you, it will not change a thing. All that matters is whether or not they sound convincing to me.
Have I answered all your questions?
Far from it, my dear. The questions are manifold. How did you manage to survive the battle that claimed the life of Theodora, who was so much more experienced and skilled than you? Is it a coincidence that you and you alone then made it out of the trap on Rykad Minoris? How much truth is there in the rumors being spread by the heretic Kunrad Voitvia about you? Why did you choose to ignore the warning of a member of the Inquisition that a protracted sojourn near the dying Rykad Minoris could bring corruption down upon your ship? Were you driven by your concern for the people or forbidden interest? Are you aware of a suspicious cult that has emerged on Footfall? A direct link has been established between this development and the start of shipments of grain from your planet. Our investigation has found that the due processing cycle of prayers and liturgies for these shipments was incomplete. Doubtless, this is the work of specific individuals who are negligent in their performance of the sacred rituals, or even engaging in deliberate sabotage. And yet, the blame for this oversight lies with your dynasty. Wouldn't you agree?
I'm not being killed right now.
The very existence of these questions would have made many of my colleagues doubt the quality of your character, but it won't in this case. The Inquisition, which I represent, is willing to show extraordinary faith in your person. For the sake of our invaluable partnership, I'm going to ignore any minor liberties that you, esteemed rogue trader,
The sweat beads
may
on the
have afforded
forehead.
yourself or may again in the future. I hope you appreciate the generosity of this offer, as your predecessor once did.
What kind of deal are we talking
I
about?
make no deals, and Emperor forbid that I give you orders. That would mean infringing on your privileges. I'm merely offering well-meaning recommendations and expecting that, When the Expanse finds itself in danger, you will break away from your own affairs to heed them.
Yeah, sure.
As proof of the seriousness of my hopes for you, I can assign Heinrichs as your escort. He is my best agent, and I would not offer his company to anyone but my most trusted ally.
Yeah, I want him to accompany me. He's good just to have around.
Then Master Van
Even though I
Kellogg's
don't like
will
him.
remain in place. It puts me at ease to know that there is someone to watch over you.
Yeah, we'll probably just kill him at some point, to be
I
honest.
consider it an honor to accompany you.
Thanks, Hendrix.
My favor takes other forms as well.
Mm-hmm.
I seem to remember that your exalted aristocrats presented you with many gifts. It would be rude of me not to follow suit. Please accept this gift as a sign of my favor. In an hour of need, give it to any faithful servant of the Emperor, and the Inquisition will come to your aid.
What have you given me?
The color indicates how close the bearer is to the Lord Inquisitor. Scarlet means that you have shed your blood for the good of the Imperium, and therefore, you deserve to have his servants shed their blood for you.
The Imperial Decree ability, what is that? Got 30 momentum, removes bleeding. Damn, that's a really good ring. Here's my answer, an attack. Dude, could I save and do that? I see no reason to refuse such a generous offer. If you want me as an ally, you can request an audience to repeat everything you just said to me in public. No, remember, you just accused me of like crazy amounts of heresy. Fuck that.
I am pleased to see it. Here is where we part. My shuttle is waiting. It is time for me to return to my watch, for you to sleep, and for your servant to wake up. Until next we meet.
Well, you will obviously want to discuss what just happened. But not now, I presume. Right now, it would be better for you to rest and think on the Lord Inquisitor's words in private. I bid you good night, rogue trader.
The rise of the rogue trader heir restored a tenuous equilibrium to the Fon Valancius Protectorate. For a time, threats subsided, activity returned to trade routes, and reclaimed worlds began to heal. The new Lord Captain's subjects praised the God Emperor and their leader wholeheartedly. For none knew what fate might await them.
Looks like I failed Jay's mission. I didn't realize that that would happen. He spent the first few hours of your morning listening to High Victorian's lengthy report on the latest trade exchanges, arguments, disputes, and countless bureaucratic procedures. From the outside, illuminated, tightly closed windows, you can hear the muffled sounds of the capital and its everyday life. Been passing by lately. Okay, cool. Thank you for your report, High Factorium. Your work is highly appreciated by you and everybody here in the Adaptus administration. Your ladyship, we're almost done. We just need to go over the final items on today's agenda that I would like to report to you personally. I have lost track of how I've been trapped on it through the capital for the good of the Protector. Hurry up. I better hear some good news today. Strive to live up to your expectations. Allow me to pass on gifts from your loyal subject, the high nobility of the capital. It goes without saying that every living soul in your Protectorate is blessed to serve your ladyship faithfully and wholeheartedly. However, this humble gesture is meant as a token of the deepest appreciation of your magnanimity towards their esteemed families. Nice. A lot of holy gifts. House Salzburg has arranged for several regiments of expertly trained servants of the Emperor to be transferred to your personal care. Each of them will serve as an honor guard for the holy relics that are able to find their rightful place in the hold of your personal void ship. She stopped staring at her data slate in surprise. Is something wrong? No, not at all, your ladyship. The people in the cargo have indeed reached the port service. There is no reason to doubt the sincerity of the house's intentions. It's just such substantial gifts coming from Lord. So she trails off. If I am to venture a guess, your ladyship, I believe the esteemed Chancellor was staggered by the irregular display of generosity from a man who is rather known for voicing his doubts in the rogue traders as a class. It would seem you have made quite an impression on the old... he's probably trying to fucking kill me. Lord Captain, news of a particular import has come from the house's intelligence network. Lord Inquisitor Calcazar is rumoured to be planning to visit the Footfall. A number of Imperial ships were commanded by Lord Calcazar, and they are all being scrambled to Footfall. Furthermore, we received reports claiming that secret messages were delivered to capital worlds of House Chorder and Winterscale. It is possible that the Lord Inquisitor's calls to arms may smother the conflict brewing between the two dynasties. We are seeing an increased number in skirmishes between their ships in neutral systems. I do not doubt that her ladyship Trotter will attempt to sway the Lord Inquisitor to her side, especially since his lordship Winterscale's luck seems to be running out. Riots have broken out in several of his worlds, and yet he has shown no intention of quelling them. Instead, the rogue trader inflicted brutal punishment on one of his oldest colonies based on the allegations of the sentiment. Oddly enough, our agents were unable to find any proof of sedition among the populace there. As soon as we have any updates, we will let you. You'll be the first to know. Lastly, your Xeno pet Ulrich, I believe, is seeking a meeting with you. She had the audacity to defile the rogue trader's palace with her profane presence and refuses to leave until she has spoken with you. I would never presume to be able to read the emotions of a Xeno, but the Eldari appeared perturbed. I believe she mentioned a voice ship of some sort. It may be best if she told you everything directly. And with that, please allow Master Darkon to take her leave. Perhaps that last crest will serve as a welcome distraction. Indeed, your ladyship's stay on the capital has been rather long. However, your protectorate is now enjoying relative stability for the time being, and no longer demands your ladyship's personal involvement in its affairs. Glory to the rogue trader. Alrighty, I think we'll end the episode there. I have been the Viper Moose. This has been Rogue Trader. I hope you have enjoyed, and I hope to catch you in the next one. Have a good one. Cheers.